Hey guys, welcome to the Screen Team. We are ready to do some movie reviews for you on this wonderful Saturday evening. My name is Chris. I'll be hosting the show, being joined by the very lovely and talented Sabrina J. And Sabrina, we've got movies that you have picked for us this evening. We're going to be reviewing the brand new Pirates of the Caribbean movie, which is out and a huge hit. And we'll be seeing whether or not you thought it was a hit. Also, we're going to be reviewing the movie La La Land, and we're going to have Amber and Brandy to help you with that one. But first off, we have a scary movie, and you love scary movies, right?
I do.
She's a scary movie lover, so that means that because I'm married to her, I have to also enjoy scary movies, even though I don't.
Well, you have to watch them. You don't have to enjoy them.
That's a good point. Very, very good point. So I have to watch them.
He makes me watch documentaries.
What was the last documentary you saw?
Okay, you make me watch stuff about history.
Anytime. No, I do not. I make you watch.
Okay, I was trying to give you credit, but he makes me watch romantic comedies.
That's true. That is true. But I've never made you watch a documentary or a history movie, for that matter. But the movie we got first up today is a movie called Lights Out. And this is a movie in the thriller horror genre. And this is a movie that got some good reviews. It kind of was under the radar of a lot of people. And it kind of surprised some people with its performance. So what did you think of Lights Out? Were you a fan of it?
Well, I thought I was expecting to see a movie. It's been done before. We all know that in the shadows there can lurk these, shadowy, silhouette-ish, freakish creatures, and more often than not, it's a woman. So in that sense, this movie does not disappoint.
That's very sexist, by the way. Is it always a woman?
It's pretty much always a woman.
Okay, fair enough.
They seem to have the best silhouette.
That I can't deny.
So Lights Out is it's actually a really good movie for the horror genre, in that they have some really excellent shots. The way they shot it is pretty traditional, pretty normal, but there are some really excellent angles that make you really uncomfortable with the character of Diana, which is the shadowy figure that lurks in the shadows and the darkness. And some...
Didn't mean to cut you off right there, but
you do.
But I'm going to anyway. I'm curious. Diana, she is our horror being in this particular film, but she's got a very unique ailment to her, right?
Yes, I was getting there.
You were getting there. So
Diana is this actual character with some backstory, and it's revealed. She's more than just somebody that people are afraid of. She's actually, nobody knows she exists anymore because she is based on a girl that was in a mental institution along with the mother character in this movie. And they were in the same institution. They were best friends in this institution, while one came out and went on to try and live a normal life by having husband and children. What you learn as the story goes on is that Diana died in the hospital and she is still with the mother. And that's established fairly early on in the movie. What you don't understand is how she exists or why is she tormenting the kids. And this movie reveals itself at a pretty steady pace. It's just not a very fast pace. And that's, I'm sure, what Chris is going to talk about is how he felt it was a little bit on the boring side. It's slower, but it allows you to grasp understanding of the characters. But I one of my favorite things is, like, there's a shot where this little boy in the movie is with his mom, and she says, I'm gonna introduce you to Diana. She's not gonna do anything. And there's this shot where the camera is just angled on top of the kid, and he looks up, and there's this character. Anyway, it just sends chills through you because it's startling, and so you get a lot of those startle effects. They have a tendency to take you and suspend you through a moment a little longer than you might expect before they drop the gauntlet on you. And then there are times when you just sit there and you're anxious because you're like, what's going to happen. You just want them to hurry up and do it. And that's control from the director. So it's really actually pretty good.
Speaking of control from the director, I'm going to get in here, man. I asked you to point out one thing, and you did not do it. You went on a huge tirade on other stuff.
You asked me, did I like it?
I asked you about Diana's ailment. You never mentioned it, man. Diana, what's the movie's called Lights Out. Diana can't be seen in the light. Is that right?
That's right.
Did you ever mention that once?
She lives in the shadows.
Okay.
I thought I would leave a little something for them to discover on their own.
But you gave away everything else.
No, I didn't.
Never mind. I'm going to move on with my part of this review.
I think you fell asleep and didn't finish the movie.
No, it's not true. First off, I would agree with you. There are several key camera movements that I thought were very, very cool. Like the very first shot of the film, the camera is on like a light pole or light post, and it's from the direction from the ground, and the camera just goes like in this total 160 kind of vibe, and it goes from the light pole right to the building that we're getting ready to establish in this first shot. I thought that was very, very cool, very creative, very innovative, and there were several shots like that in the movie. Other than that, this movie is boring with all get out. So boring, man. This movie has been done a million zillion times. There was nothing new, nothing interesting that was said or done in this movie to make it interesting. For me, anyway. And I saw it with you. I didn't see you getting crazy excited with it either. So
when do I?
That's a good point. My apologies.
I internalize pretty much everything that happens as an audience member.
I stand corrected on that one. You're right about that.
The last time you got a really good response from me was watching Kong, and that was like 8 years ago.
That was totally different response. Nothing what I was expecting. Yeah, but I was expecting more from this movie.
Yeah.
Like it was one of those movies, like I said at the very beginning, very, very under the radar, and people liked it. A lot of critics liked it. And when I saw it, I was expecting something great. And didn't deliver for me, not at all. But it did for you.
I'm not saying that it's great. It's a movie that I enjoyed watching, and I wasn't disappointed.
Okay. All right. Movie's called Lights Out. You can find it on DVD. Coming up after the break, we're going to review one of the hottest movies of 2016. It was a movie that lost the Best Picture. The movie's called La La Land. It's coming up next on KWOC.